So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, welcome back to TEMTT. And you see her smiling. I was waiting so long on this lady. However, welcome back to TEMTT, everybody. You know, Tony's Empowering Ministry, and I'm here with one of the greatest, of course. Yes, we are here with, Sister Doyley. Yes, Sister Doyley. And you know, some may call her prophetess, some may call her evangelist, some may call her minister, whatever. Yes, she really don't like the upfront business. Yeah, so sister, I'm going to say, all right, let us just stick to the sister for now, right? Yes, okay. All right, so Sister Doyley, how are you doing?
I am doing.
You're blessed. Okay, so how is it? How do you feel to know that yes, you have accepted the call and stuff like that after it's been such a long while? How do you feel, being here on this medium,
First of all, I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know I would be a Christian
Yes.
or a believer
Yeah.
in the first place, because I was always this rough person,
Very rough.
bad.
Know about the gangster business and everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yes, I didn't know I would be a Christian. I had the loveliest of a sister. She passed on
Yes.
a few years ago, and she was a powerful woman of God. And she always used to say, she always used to try to encourage me to go to church, and of course, because my bad people don't go to church.
Oh yeah, but you know, go to church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never want to go to
Okay.
church. So she, but now that I have accepted, trust me, I feel light, because I used to be so unforgiving.
Yeah.
Listen, if you trouble me, remember me telling you this.
But Jamaican terms them say teggereg, you can see the teggereg on our face.
No, you're not really no more.
No, not anymore. Okay. Correction. It's not there anymore. So
This is the word I feel.
So Sister Doyley, tell us something. Tell us just one thing about your childhood. Tell us a little about your childhood. Growing up.
Okay.
Was it you have a rough time, growing up, or a good time growing up? You live a poor life and a rich life. What? Just tell us something about
I
it.
didn't live a poor life, and I didn't live a rich life.
Oh, you
I
didn't?
was born
Okay.
and raised in the garrison.
Okay, in the
In
garrison.
one of the most feared garrisons.
Okay.
And that in itself taught me to be a soldier. And then my dad, he was a detective. So there goes another
Okay.
aspect of
Okay,
certain
understand.
things. So
Did
my,
your childhood what?
my childhood was not that of, I would say poor or rich.
Okay.
No.
It was intermediate then.
Right.
Okay, understandable. That's fair enough, understandable, because I never grew up in a rich life either.
Right.
And I never grew up in a poor life either. I was intermediate because when I grew up now, I was saying to myself, well, if I was poor, I couldn't travel. If I was poor, I couldn't accomplish certain stuff in life. Versus if I was rich, maybe I would be further. You understand, do anything I want to.
Right.
Alright, so Sister Doyley, did you saw yourself being where you're at now? Versus back then when you were unsick, did you saw yourself being a child of God now, or being a prophetess, preaching the word of God? Did you saw yourself there? She's laughing. that it must be something, God has done. It must something good.
I never saw myself being a believer at no point. I never saw myself being a believer, but for the most part, I always had this thing inside that I knew one day I was going to get married and go to church. But I never saw it. But something always inside, I read as in our spirit.
Yes.
Then it was always in my spirit that one day, and my husband, I always say my husband has to be a man of God as well,
Yeah, as you said, you grew up in the garrison, so you know you want somebody who was sturdy enough or whatever that can help you to push. Okay, that is great. So, who or what was your inspiration? What inspired you? Who or what was your inspiration?
In becoming a child.
Yeah. Who inspired you? What was the inspiration like?
Alright. For a number of years, you know, sometimes I would say, you know what, I want to start a church, you know, and I didn't. I remember this particular year, I said, you know what, starting next year, I am going to start going to church.
Yes.
And believe me, that year started and went into the 3rd month of the year. And stuff just started happening, and it's like the giftings that I had, it's like my kids, they don't live in Canada, and it's like I could feel if my daughter ate something, if my son ate something, I could feel, I could say, where did you want to eat something or whatever. And I wasn't a Christian, and it was like, it was so on me. And I remember saying, you know what, bad things started happening because, as we would say, the calling, the Lord got more and more intensive in pulling me, and I was being disobedient.
Yes.
So a lot of things just started happening, things just started going down and down and down. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go to church.
So what was it like, you know, growing up in the garrison? How was it like growing up such a bad era? How was it feel? How was the feeling knowing that, you know, you're around a lot of maybe down, you know, era leaders, you know, how was it, you know? And if you grew up in the garrison, I'm sure you know what a God looked like. You understand? So how was it growing up in the garrison? Was it a tough one? Was it an easy one? You missed that life?
No.
You don't miss that life?
I don't. My life in the garrison is somewhat different from the experience most people would have.
Yeah.
And if you're affiliated or if you have family members who are, like you would say, dons or whatever, then you know you won't have a rough time.
Yeah, understand.
So
see where you're getting at.
Basically, I didn't have a rough time.
Okay, because you were feel like you were so protected, where okay.
And both fronts, because then I still had my dad.
Okay, your dad a detective.
Yes, so you know, on both fronts, you know, I felt protected. Yeah.
Okay, alright, seeing that you are saved now, do you think it is better to be saved than being unsaved?
Definitely.
Why would you say definitely?
I used to walk around with so much unforgiveness.
Okay.
And you know why I stick on unforgiveness? Because unforgiveness took root inside of me. Because you know when according to the giftings that God has placed in us, our lifestyle rough away. In some areas, some things are gonna happen to you where your life are gonna rough. So basically, I never used to talk. Growing up, I never talk a lot.
Okay.
So I kept everything inside. So all that anger and unforgiveness
keep on
building up. So it was a stronghold for me. So that's why I can talk about it now.
Okay, yeah.
And since I've become a Christian, a child of God, a believer, and being delivered from unforgiveness. Being delivered from unforgiveness. I feel light.
Using the word delivered, it sounds as if you were so caught up in being unforgiving.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. To be honest, I was not believer on like taught these things.
Yes.
None of them were born holy. We were not born holy. And it is not we who makes ourselves righteous, but the Spirit of the Lord that lives within us that makes us righteous regardless. We get saved and whatever.
So growing up now inside churches or being a Christian now, have you faced criticism, you know, where you are now?
A lot.
A lot. Tell us a few criticism you faced. Being a child of God, being a Christian. I know everybody, you know, I grew up always hearing this. if you're a child of God, you're not going through anything at all. Go back to Calvary. It's like you're not living your life at all.
Yeah.
You understand? So tell us some critics you face, growing up, being a child of God.
Alright. Some of them is, some people say, oh, I have mad spirit in me.
Mad spirit, that is.
Yes.
So what do they mean by the mad?
Because of the way I worship.
Okay.
Because we worship, it was a problem too.
So the thinking is you're being mad or psycho or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And when we start worship, God will not care about
Nobody?
Nobody.
Okay.
In a business. You understand? So, that was one. The other is, oh, I'm going like too holy because I try my best.
Yeah.
I try my best to walk upright. I am not perfect, but I try because that's a requirement.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. Nobody is.
It is a requirement.
Definitely is. So let us try a little bit. There are persons. Have you ever feel lack of love? Because there are persons out there, inside Christendom, who are lacking love and they don't know who to turn to, or they feel like if they turn to that person, they're gonna be a castaway or whatever. What would you say to those persons? Do you think they are lacking love? Whether it's in the home or church, because a lot of persons go to church or because of love. What would you say to those persons?
Try Jesus.
Try Jesus. Great. Wonderful.
He's the biggest. He love you like nobody else will. He will love you like nobody else can. Because he already told us.
Yeah.
The arms of flesh will fail
Will fail,
you. So you dare not trust your own. Cast all your cares, put all of your trust in him.
That's true. That is true.
Because one of the places that I felt the most unloved was in the sanctuary. And that's my younger years. And if it had not been for the Lord on my side,
That's right.
I would have gone right back out there. I would have been gone right back out there, but God kept me.
You kept it.
So I would say to persons, try Jesus. He's the best lover.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So what are some of what would you say? Let me say this. What would you say to persons out there who are even struggling? Because I know everybody has to go through something. Understand? My cross that I'm taking might not be as heavy as yours or whatever. But there are persons out there in Christianity. I let me not just narrow it down to Christianity overall. Who are struggling with a struggle, but don't know how to get over the struggle, and they use the struggle as a hindrance for them not to even get saved. What would you say to those persons, even though they have the struggle and they want to get rid of the struggle, but they don't know how to do it? What would you say to those persons?
Try Jesus.
Try Jesus again.
He relieves you. He said, cast all your cares on me. That means everything that burdens us, everything that weighs us down, take it to him and he will do the rest. That you have to trust God. You have to trust God wholeheartedly. Not saying it is easy.
Not going to be
easy. You understand? But the way to get there is to lean on him.
Yeah.
Just like if you have a friend, when you feel sad or whatever, you would call that friend, talk to that friend, that it's the same relationship God wants with us. And if you have that same relationship with God, because he wants to be your best friend.
That's true, and you say to what I believe, you have some persons when they go through so you can talk to God just as though we are talking.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't have to nice it up and oh God and this and that. You can talk to God, you understand? Sometimes it leads to even tears, crying. Tears are language only God understands. Understand? As you said before, cast over cares on him because he really does care. You understand what I'm saying? I was even speaking in a previous interview where we even speak about even Paul here is going through the thorn in his flesh. You understand? He besought the Lord so many times. We besought the Lord like 1 million times over one situation. The same situation, we keep stumbling at the same place over and over and over. But at the end of the day, God doesn't cast us out, you understand? He doesn't, reject us. There are times when you know something in presumptuous sin.
Yes.
You understand? But let us not stray on the presumptuous sin. You understand? But as I'm saying, you know, sometimes our struggles keep us near the cross because
Yes.
at that, if we're not going through our struggles, how is it that we are going to overcome?
Yes. Yes.
We have to go through something to testify and tell somebody, yes, you know, God has carried me through this, God has taken me through this, you know, God has delivered me through this, you know, by our testimony we overcome others. You understand? You know, we help a man to overcome. I might not be going through the same struggles as you are going through. You understand? Your struggles may be more burdensome than mine. You understand? But at the end of the day, my little struggle that I'm going through, you know, somebody may be going through the same struggles and don't know how to overcome.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But maybe my experience can help them
Somebody else.
to overcome. You understand?
It's not maybe, you know, remember, you know, the word of God says, you know, that we are to be our brother's keeper.
That's true, that's true.
We have to pray one for another.
Mhm.
Why do you think God allows us to go through certain things? It's to help somebody
That's
else
true.
along the way.
That is true. So, Sister Doyley, it has been a pleasure having you on this platform. You know, I really give God thanks for your experience. I really give God thanks, you know, for taking you even through the Garrison and stuff like that. But before we even close this show, this part of this table talk, I just want for Sister Doyley to give a short testimony just to encourage somebody out there, you know, a short testimony about something, the goodness of Jesus and what he has done for her. You know, somebody may be touched by the testimony, somebody may be, you know, okay, let me try this way, you know, and see how things work best. Over to you.
Alright. I would encourage, my encouragement to each and every one is to just try Jesus. He never fails.
I like how you stress on the part, just try Jesus.
Try
Yes.
him, he never fails us. He has never failed me.
Yeah.
And once you trust in him, remember, you know, him write our life, you know.
Yeah.
So him know the beginning and him know the end.
That's true.
So even if you ask for something and you don't get it, maybe it's not the time for you to get it, or that's not the best thing for you. Because sometimes what we want is not always best for us. Understand? So I am still going to stress.
Try Jesus.
Jesus.
I like the stressing, try Jesus.
Try Jesus. He never fails. When mother will fail, father will fail, husband will fail, wife will fail, children will fail, Jesus never ever fails. Never. And you can't be, he's never tired of hearing us. And no matter where you are, he can reach to you.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So, Sister Doyley, I really give God thanks for the encouragement. I really give God thanks for the testimony. I really give God thanks for your words. And I know that somebody out there will listen to the words, will listen to how you speak, will listen to how you go through the experience, listen to how you go through the garrison and how you have overcome and how you have, you know, came through the obstacles and the stress and the struggles of life and everything. You know, somebody will be blessed. And I encourage us all to continue to trust this man Jesus. Try Jesus. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Have a wonderful night wherever you are watching. See you next time. God bless.